Hello, welcome to our home for the holidays. We're so excited you're joining us tonight. We are live in Columbus, Ohio at our Northwestern model at Glacier Point. I'm your host, Cashin Bernard. I'm the Vice President of Sales and Marketing in Dallas-Fort Worth. Have you ever wondered how to get your home ready for those holiday events? Well, you're in the right place because tonight we're going to give you and your family some inspiration. Now, right now, I want you to stop what you're doing, open up that chat box, and comment. Tell us where you're viewing us from. Are you in Dallas-Fort Worth? Are you in Austin? Are you in Columbus? Let us know right now. And folks, we are live, and this is our crew tonight. Say hello to them. We really appreciate all of their help. And this is my friend Lauren, our co-host, who will be helping us. We have some good news. I'm not the one that will be showing you how to decorate for your guests at home. Later on, we're going to be visiting several MI Home models across the country, showcasing some of the newest trends this season. Plus, again, we've got our fabulous host, Lauren Blake. You might remember her from last year when she helped us with those fabulous holiday desserts. Now, this year, she'll be helping us walk through some of her very favorite holiday hosting tips and tricks. Lauren, welcome. So good to see you.
It is so good to be here. We had the best time doing this last year.
Definitely.
I'm just so excited to get started.
I can't believe it's been almost a year and we have not aged one bit.
You know, I think we're aging backwards.
I mean, this is why we invite her back over and over each year. Well, tell the viewers at home a little bit about yourself.
Absolutely. So I'm Lauren. I live right here in Columbus, Ohio in Grandview Heights, just right outside of the city. I'm a registered dietitian, so of course a huge foodie, but I love design, I love hosting, and this is really just the perfect combination of everything I love.
Oh, definitely. And right now we've got John from Orlando and Sarah from, I want to say, Minneapolis. So good that you've joined us this evening. We're thrilled you're watching. So what we're going to do, and what I want to know, is what do you typically, and where do you typically draw your interior design inspiration from? Because I feel like we're all inspired by something.
Yes, absolutely. You know, I'm inspired by a lot of different things. I love mixing new and old.
Right.
I love kind of like modern, I love shapes and texture with things, but I also really love to draw inspiration from the outdoors, especially at this time of year. You know, the days are shorter, it's colder. I really like to bring that pop of color, that pop of greenery inside to make things feel more of like a modern organic.
And speaking of inspiration, I'm curious to know from you viewers at home, what inspires you? For me, I kind of like a modern, transitional. Yeah. I love tones of browns and blacks. Or cognac is the technical color I like.
Look at you, so fancy.
I mean, I read a few books out there, so.
That's perfect. It sounds amazing.
Now, right now, we're in this gorgeous MI Home family room. What I want to know is, how do we spruce this space up for the holidays?
You know, this is one of my favorite places to start decorating because it really is one of the hearts of the home. I know with me and my family, we are always in our family room. We're on the floor, we're watching TV, we're playing games. It really is like one of the hearts of the home.
Definitely. And really quick, we got Chad from Texas and Michael from Michigan. Thank you for tuning in. But as you were saying.
Yes, so I really love to start in here. And if you have a fireplace.
And we do, this fireplace is blazing hot, folks. So it definitely works. But tell us more about this mantle space.
Let's take a look at this mantle because this is a great place to really get your creative juices flowing in whatever style you want. Like I said, I like to draw from the outside. You can see here I brought in some pine cones.
Love pine cones.
You know, 'tis the season.
Definitely. I love the scent of a pine cone.
It's amazing. It just feels so wintry and good.
Who doesn't love a woodsy scent in the home?
Exactly. And then pairing it with greenery, I love the layers of greenery. So we have pine here. We also have layers of eucalyptus, which again smells amazing. So you can't go wrong there.
Definitely.
And then one of my favorite aspects of this is actually these dried oranges.
Well, you know, it's interesting. So Tim, we noticed that you love the greenery, but my question is, what do y'all think about this fruit on the mantle? Walk us through this, because I've never seen a fruit on the mantle.
Yeah, I know. Well, I am a dietitian, right?
I mean, there
Did you
go.
forget that? So I got to incorporate the fruit somehow.
Gotcha.
No, but you know what? This, to me, just adds a fresh element. And it adds a pop of color in a really organic way.
Gotcha.
And this is really easy to do.
How do you do it?
So this is literally one of my favorite hosting tips. And I do this days before I have people over. I feel kind of accomplished because I've done something way before. I'm like, check that off the list.
Gotcha.
So what what you do is you slice your oranges really thin, about 1/8 of an inch thick, turn your oven on 200, and then roast them low and slow for about 3 to 4 hours, flipping over every 30 minutes or so.
So roast your fruit and not your guests this holiday season. That's what she's saying.
And remember that, okay?
Give me a couple cocktails. You never know what'll happen.
I know, because I feel like, sometimes I feel like you want to roast me. I just feel it. You want to give me a hard time tonight.
I mean, that's what we do here. So Erica loves the orange slices. I can tell you, it's a really nice pop of color, and it brings in both the layers. Now, I've also noticed you've added layers in the back of, I guess, trinkets?
Little trinkets, little things that just make me happy, honestly. But I love mixing, texture. So we've got brass, we've got wood tones. Over here we've got candles. All of it together, it just adds interest, and also putting things at different heights is really interesting to me as well.
Right.
I think you can add less with more of an impact.
Definitely. And what I like is you've got a central focus greenery, and then the outside you got a little flare.
A little flare.
I mean, who doesn't love a layered flare? So now here's my other question. Now, not everyone is going to have a fireplace or a mantle. And in fact, we're seeing more and more home buyers. The trend is that they're removing those fireplaces.
Exactly.
So those folks at home that don't have the mantle and fireplace, what is your recommendation of still bringing that holiday spirit into the home?
Absolutely. There's so many different things you can do. If you have a TV stand or a credenza, that's a great place to display things.
Definitely.
You could even add greenery if you like to do that. You could add your little trinkets, whatever is special to you. I also love adding decor to side tables. That's a really easy way that you can just add a little pop. Also changing out your couch pillows. That's something you can just have your holiday pillows. You can even change out your artwork. You don't have to do something different every year, but every year around the holiday, if you have something you love, I think that's a great way to add some cheer.
How many pillows is too much to add? Or are you just saying one or two? Or
I think I like 1 or 2, maybe even depending on how big your couch is. But yeah, keep it the way it is, but add that little flair with a pillow or 2.
Yeah, and I like what you did. You have one that's kind of a pattern and a solid.
Yes, absolutely. I love the mix of pattern and solid.
Excellent. So those are some definitely great tips. Now, what we want to transition to is this beautiful spread this holiday season that you've laid out actually in the middle of the family room. So.
Yes. You know what? I think this is just a great way to keep things feeling casual, but also intimate.
Right.
When guests come into your home, we want to chat. I mean,
definitely.
I'm chatty, so I want to chat with everyone.
This is why we get along.
This is why we do what we do.
It's like Divas Live.
It really is. It really is. But no, I love having little appetizers, little hors d'oeuvres ready for guests. And what I always try to think about is things that people can pick up and talk and not have a mouthful, not have to carry.
Well, speaking of picking things up, we've got a veggie cup.
We do have a veggie cup, but it's not just a veggie cup.
Do tell.
So to add a little interest, I added some green goddess dressing at the bottom.
I already like it. Who doesn't love a green goddess?
And this is a great way to not have to double dip, because if you have veggies with dip just on a platter, I mean, one little dip is not enough.
Well, I've been looking at this for a little bit. I'm just going to go ahead and try it.
I mean, there's nothing better than green goddess dressing.
It's actually really good.
Isn't it good?
I don't know what it is. It tastes like a balsamic something.
Yeah, it's like a ranch balsamic, but with avocado and greens. I mean, it's so good. I could have worn a green blazer tonight and been a green goddess, but I didn't think about that.
I'm not going to kill the mics because that's very, very crunchy, as I joke on that. Christine likes to add some chocolate on her board.
Yes.
I don't see any chocolate here tonight.
Well, not right now, but I always support a chocolate moment.
Definitely.
And speaking of chocolate, we do have a charcuterie board here, which is we don't have chocolate on this board here tonight, but you could easily add chocolate, and it's always a crowd pleaser.
Now, I don't know if it's because I've gotten older, but I've noticed there's a charcuterie board everywhere these days, and maybe it's because I'm falling in love with wine and cheese. But talk to us about this charcuterie board here.
Yes, so you see them everywhere, and it's really a great way to offer a lot of variety in a beautiful way, and people can just kind of pick and choose what they want.
Definitely.
So I like to put a combination of cheeses, meats. I love olives. I love crackers, the almonds, a fruit element, some little spreads. You can really customize it however you want. But that's what I like to do.
Well, we're just in, Kathleen loves the green goddess. Kathleen loves that green goddess, and we do too. It's delicious. Now, back to the charcuterie board.
Yes.
What I want to know is, what are the ratios? Like, how many cheeses, how many meats am I supposed to put in the plate?
You know, the beauty of it is that you can decide. As a general rule of thumb for me, I like to choose like 2 to 3 cheeses. I typically do 2 hard cheeses, 1 soft cheese.
Gotcha.
And then probably about the equal amount of meat. So like we have prosciutto, salami, pepperoni, and then you kind of fill in the pockets with different, you know, little things like olives. I love Marcona almonds.
Definitely.
The crackers, and that's how it becomes really beautiful as well.
What I love about having this already set up is we all have that one friend that either has a hangry moment or low blood sugar.
Yes.
So the second they come in, it's
Yeah.
like, let's put something right in their mouth. Here, eat this quickly.
Yes,
'Cause
absolutely.
you need something for those guests. Sometimes they're traveling long distances and
Right.
whatnot.
Right.
And so having something quick and available. Now, we also have 2 other dishes. I see
do.
we've got some mint action going on here.
It's actually basil.
It looked minty to me.
Well, you know, I mean, if you tasted it, you would quickly know that it is basil and not mint. They're actually little caprese bites.
Okay.
So instead of...
They're super adorable.
Aren't
I'll
they
give you
cute?
that much.
I gotta give a shout out to my mom. This is her little thing she does, and I totally stole that from her.
Well,
thank you, Mom.
That's how the recipes go from generations to generation.
That's right, exactly.
It's stealing is the highest form of flattery. There you go.
That's right. And you know what? This is great too because again, I mean, who doesn't love the taste of a caprese salad? But I don't want to be sitting here eating a salad, you know, when I'm trying to talk to someone in an informal setting.
Oh, definitely. You know, Erica just commented that she's hungry. Erica, I'm hungry too. I'm trying not to kill the sound guy by crunching on all these fresh veggies and whatnot, and what looks like mint, but it's actually basil.
Yes, and then you know what really adds like that extra pop is a balsamic glaze
Definitely.
right on top of these little caprese bites. And you know what? I just buy that at the store.
There you go. So that's a very interesting point you make. How do you balance the timing in all of this?
Yes, because it can feel like a lot. Hosting feels like a lot. You've got to get your house together. You've got to get the food together. All of it. So I love to say work smarter, not harder, you know?
Hold up. Everyone write that down and hashtag it. Work smarter, not harder. That's
Yes.
definitely not just advice in cooking and hosting events, but just in general. Let's not make things harder than it needs to be.
Exactly.
And how do you accomplish that?
So I love to just do a mix of the store-bought, things like a green goddess dressing. I could make that at home, but why? You know, I can easily just buy it at the store. A balsamic glaze, things that I don't typically make, that are just
Definitely.
easier to buy at the store. I love doing
And
that.
I like that because it's so interesting. So you're a dietitian, you do all this special cooking and whatnot, but you're also very real. And you're like, hey,
Yes.
some of the stuff, it's store-bought. Not everything's going to be from handmade or scratch because we're
Exactly.
all living busy lives.
Yes, I've got 2 little kids. You know, everyone's lives are so busy, and so I like to just prioritize what's worth making myself at home, what's worth getting a little help from.
Definitely.
So, and that is different for everyone, but you just got to prioritize and do it.
And Erica loves the sweet and savory. We do too. We love it all. And we have one final dish, and it's bruschetta.
Bruschetta or crostini.
Christine,
But you know.
she just wants to be right. It's bruschetta.
I'm sorry.
It is bread with the cheese and tomatoes on top and a green thing. Okay, that's bruschetta.
It looks like bruschetta. It's a whipped feta if we
There
really
you
want to, you know, get down in the nitty-gritty.
What is it whipped with?
We've got feta whipped, I'm sorry, not whipped cream cheese. That
Gotcha.
would be a totally different dish. So feta, cream cheese, lemon, salt, pepper, and a little olive oil.
Sounds delicious.
It's so good. It's so creamy. And then I marinate the tomatoes with some shallot, garlic, basil, a little red wine vinegar, and a little bit more olive oil, and of course top it with salt and pepper.
Delicious.
And you are good to go.
So how long did this whole arrangement take you?
Not that long. I mean, all I had to do was that's a quick assemble the caprese bites, you know, assembling the charcuterie board, slicing some veggies. I did the whipped feta last night. So that's another thing, you know, I like to prioritize what can be done not the day of.
Right, definitely, because it's very stressful
just
the
too
day of.
overwhelming.
We
Yes.
never have enough time.
Right. Even if you think you have more than enough time, I'm usually scrambling at the last minute.
Right.
So anything I can take care of the night before or the day before, even 2 days before, I am all for it. And that is a perfect example of something you can do ahead of time that will make your life way easier on the day of hosting.
Most definitely. Well, folks, if you just tuned in, we are live here in Columbus, Ohio, and we're so excited that you're joining us, and we're so excited that you've been hanging out with us. I'm ready to start trying these dishes. And to our guests at home, we love hearing about your personal design styles in the chat right now. Let's go to a little adventure and check out some of our homes decorated by MI Homes team members from across the country.
Welcome to Red Ember Video. Let's take a look at our latest model, the Brookhaven. Let's get the elves out here to show you how you can mix your texture and your color for holiday decor and transform this beautiful room into a holiday oasis. That was a lot. Let's get going because there's a whole lot more to do here. Welcome to Better. However you celebrate the holidays, Emma has a home for you. Bienvenidos a Mejor. Nuestra familia en Orlando, a la suya. Felices fiestas.
Hello from Minneapolis. I'm Katie and I'm here with Nicole and Miranda at our Valley Crest model in Shakopee, Minnesota.
Today we are going to bring in some simple and timeless pieces to transform our family room into a warm, cozy gathering space for the holiday season.
Inspiration from the few changes that we made. Now, follow us to the kitchen where we'll show you how to create a beautiful garland for your mantle with some live greenery.
We picked up a 25-foot garland of mixed greens to use as our base, then cut it to the appropriate size for our mantle. We also purchased assorted greenery such as pine and juniper, along with various types of eucalyptus for a modern look. We have pruning shears to cut our greenery, floral ties to attach it to the garland, and wood beads to add as a finishing touch.
Hey guys, I'm currently standing in our Grandview yard model, the Denizen, which is part of our city collection here in Central Ohio. We are going to show you today how to decorate your kitchen and your island for your holiday parties this year. First things first, we're going to do the table setting. Well, in this case, the island setting. First, we're going to grab our wood wood block that's gonna act as a placemat. And we're gonna put our plate on it. And then of course we're gonna do our silverware. So next, to add a little bit of like a holiday spark to this, we're gonna grab a green napkin and then these cute little reindeer antler napkin holders to make this look a little bit more for the holidays. We're just gonna fold it. We're just gonna slide this guy on. And put it on top of our plate, like that. Okay, so now moving on to the centerpiece. We really want to keep in mind when we're decorating that this is going to be where you're cooking, where you're prepping, but also where your guests and your family are going to be eating. So first we're going to keep with the green theme, and we're going to just have a greenery here on the table to separate the space between where the food is going to be, where you're prepping, and where people are going to be eating. So to make it a little bit more holiday cheer, we're going to add some of these reindeer to keep with the theme on the napkins. And then there is plenty of space for you to put a tray or trays for your guests if you have desserts or any of your food. Just kind of in the middle along with that. And there you go. Okay, so when you're decorating the rest of the kitchen, you want to keep in mind that this space is very usable. People are going to be coming and going throughout the entire season, and you're going to be using this space for more than just eating. So you want to keep it super simple and minimalistic and add a little bit of stuff just here and there. For example, I added some candelabras, some Christmas trees here, some layered towels, of course. Add a little bit behind the sink on the windowsill, and then a little bit of Christmas trees throughout. Keeping in mind that that main focal point, that main thing that we want to attract is this island, because this is the space that your family and friends are going to be gathering.
Welcome back. When you are looking for a new home, remember you're working with a blank slate that you can personalize to your taste. The potential of your new home design is endless, and when it comes to decorating, literally you could do almost anything. Now those were some great tips from Orlando, Minneapolis, and Columbus. We hope tonight you're able to start envisioning what your new home could look like for the holidays. Now, how incredible, Lauren, were those decorations?
I was blown away.
Definitely.
The mantle, the way they built up and layered everything, and then the greenery
They
on the
were
island.
professionals. They
My
did such a great
goodness.
job.
It looked great. I need to do that at my house.
Definitely, and the best part was Miss Claus had some help from two little reindeer in Orlando, and so we really appreciate our teams from around the country. Now, if you're just tuning in, we're here with you live in our Northwestern model home in Columbus, Ohio at Glacier Point. We just finished showcasing our family room holiday decor and included some delicious appetizers as well. And we learned the difference between what mint looks like and doesn't. Now, we made our way to this stunning MI Homes kitchen and dining room where you know your loved ones will be gathered around for all those special moments.
Yes.
So, Lauren, tell us how you decided to set up this spread this evening.
You know, I just really like to think about, one, what I like to eat, what my guests might like to eat, and then put together something that's fresh, colorful, and most importantly, delicious.
Definitely. And I think that's a really important point. Sometimes we do what we want. We don't necessarily factor in what some of our guests' needs might be.
Exactly. You know, I love to just think about what could a main entree be, and there could be more than one main entree. Like, I love, you know, I know a lot of people love a roast, like a beef roast around the holiday time.
Definitely, and this beef roast looks amazing.
Yes, and we've got some sauce with it.
What is that? Is horseradish?
Yes,
okay,
exactly. And it's a great pairing, right?
It almost looked like ranch, but it's not quite.
It's not. But see, it's a mint.
I'm from
basil.
Texas. Everything's like with ranch.
I mean, it could be, but it's not. But I also love a vegetarian entree too for our vegetarian friends. I personally am a plant-based eater, so I love a vegetarian option.
Awesome. Well, I'm a meat-based eater. Yin and yang right up in here.
Right?
So.
And that's why we've got something for everyone.
Definitely. Well, let's walk through maybe this beautiful squash dish.
Yeah, you know, I love preparing squash around this time of year
now,
because it's in season.
I've
too,
never
and
seen
it's beautiful.
squash like this before. Walk me through. And what I mean by that is you have skin in there.
Yes. So this is a delicata squash.
Gotcha.
And you can roast it with the skin. It's edible, and it's high in fiber.
Awesome.
Throw that in. I am a dietitian. You know.
Hey, fiber's good for you all.
Especially after a heavy meal, it's good to have a little bit of fiber.
Yes, it will give you the relief you need.
Absolutely.
There you go. Is that garlic or onions?
Onions. And there's a little bit of garlic in there as well. There's some cranberries. There's also butternut squash too.
Gotcha.
I love
okay.
mixing
See,
squashes.
when you say squash, I immediately go to butternut.
Right. But there are so many different, especially at this time of year around the stores. Don't be afraid to like try some different. And I love the delicata squash because it's easy to cut. Like butternut squash, I usually get pre-cut.
Gotcha.
Because it is kind of a hazard. You can do it at home, but
And
gets
we,
a little scary.
we want the viewers at home to definitely do things that you feel safe and comfortable with.
Yes,
so.
absolutely. So we've got this
I'll
as
put
a
that
great
one back
side.
for you.
Thank you. I also love to have some other veggie sides. I love green beans. I love a kale and Brussels sprout salad. Just to, again, get colorful and also...
Well, I noticed the green beans, you put some almonds. There you
some
go.
slivered almonds, with a little
What
olive
is the
oil.
base? It looks greasy.
It's got a little olive oil on
In
it.
a good way. It looks,
Greasy in a good way.
I don't know if it's butter.
Disclaimer.
I don't know if it's oil. She's healthy, so.
Well, it's olive oil, but you could
There
you could certainly use butter. But I love like the little almondine crunch, the little slivered almonds. It adds a little extra texture to a dish like that.
And Leslie says it sounds delicious. I can tell you, my mouth is salivating all over the place right now. And let us know at home, what is your favorite holiday dish that you look forward to the most? And speaking of, Lauren, what's your favorite dish?
Gosh, it's hard to choose because I love so many. I really love side dishes, which is kind of weird to say, but I love like loading my plate up with sides. I love stuffing. Even when it's not Thanksgiving,
I love stuffing, but I need the meat in the stuffing. So you do a vegetarian stuffing.
I do a vegetarian stuffing, but
do you do
it's
corn
easy.
or do you do the bread base? What's the difference?
I like the bread base.
Gotcha.
But I mean, I like any stuffing, but I really like the bread base.
What
about you?
I do like stuffing. I'm just going to throw that out there, but I like a combination with some chorizo up in there. But I'm anything that has butter in it, I love. Butter and bacon, those are my two loves in my life.
I love that. Butter and bacon. I feel like that could be like a brand name of something.
Hey, there we go. It's coined right here first. So
yeah, or like a wine, like on a wine bottle, like butter
and
bacon wine. I don't
there
know.
You go.
For some reason, that just came to me.
It works. It definitely works.
But yes, this holiday meal is a great opportunity. You could certainly use as much butter as you want.
Definitely. So Ronald at home, he's ready to eat, and thank you so much for joining us, Ronald. But I want to go back to this dish here. We kind of grazed over that one.
Yeah, let me just
what is it?
Grab it. It is a kale and Brussels sprout slaw.
Gotcha.
So we've kind of like cut the Brussels sprouts so they're thinly sliced.
Yeah, but to me, Brussels sprouts aren't Brussels sprouts without bacon.
Well, you could add bacon
I know
to
you
this.
viewers at home agree.
Well, hey, not every viewer, okay? No, but the beauty of these dishes is that you can customize them. You can do lots of different things. You can zhuzh it up however you want. I like it with, a little Parmesan cheese, the kale, again, some almonds for a little crunch.
Definitely.
You could even put pine nuts in or walnuts. That would be really delicious in here. But I like something, when you're eating like a big meal, I love a fresh
And so this
green
is
element.
more of like your holiday salad then.
Exactly.
There you go. That makes sense.
So it's a little elevated from, just like a regular iceberg lettuce salad, which nothing wrong with that. But I love the deep colors. And also kale is a winter vegetable. So I like choosing foods that are seasonal.
Also, kale is high in fiber.
It
So
is. Are you
there
noticing
go.
a theme?
Yes, I'm I bet the plumbing bill's high at your home. So now, Ari, she loves. I'm so sorry. She loves the stuffing of her grandma's recipe. I apologize.
I want to try some.
There you go. Now we also have potatoes over here.
You gotta have a starchy side, right? You
Definitely.
gotta have a starchy side. These are just like thick cut sliced roasted potatoes, roasted in some olive oil
There you
with
go.
a little parsley. Simple, but it does the trick. I mean, there's nothing better than a nice carb.
There you go, most definitely. And then over here, you look like you have some baby pizzas here.
They do look like baby pizzas.
Or it almost looks like a quiche.
It does look like a quiche. It's actually like a little tomato tart. So this is for us vegetarians or plant-based eaters who are not eating the meat but still want to feel like you have a main dish. And this is something that's perfect for that. It's filling, it looks beautiful. It's just a pastry tart with a little creamy cheese spread.
Looks
and then
delicious.
some tomato.
And that's a vegetarian dish. Add a little
Yes.
ham for those meat lovers at home.
Right, exactly. You know, and that just to me kind of creates a great spread on the table. I love having things on the table because it creates more conversation.
Definitely.
You know, you're not getting up from the table to get seconds or thirds. You're, you know, seconds or thirds, fourths, fifths, whatever. But you are sitting at the table. You can all enjoy it together.
Oh,
I
most
just love
definitely.
that feel.
And then we finish it off with some bread.
Yep.
Where's the butter?
I think it's in the fridge. We forgot to get it out.
We forgot the butter, but I know we have some, and
How
I
could you let
know
me do that? It's your
I
favorite.
know you have olive oil somewhere around
I
here.
do.
I love my
I've
bread
got
with
it
a
all.
little olive oil, a little balsamic added to it.
Absolutely.
Delicious.
And you know, all these dishes really pop with a green decor, in my opinion. It really just sets the tone for the table. It's organic, it's easy, it feels effortless.
Well, and that's what I was about to actually transition to right now is the way you decorated this table. It's both simple and elegant at the same time. So kind of talk us through how you build the base of this.
You know, when I'm sitting at a dinner table, I really like things that are a little bit lower to the table. Sometimes it's hard for me when there's so many things in the middle of the table.
Right, I
and
agree.
I agree. I want to talk. I want to chat. I want to catch up with my loved ones. So I like to have things that are a little bit lower. Love the greenery. It ties into our decor in the family room. And you know, again, little pops of color. This time I've used Satsuma oranges.
Suma oranges. More oranges. Definitely love that.
Yes, I know. I just was inspired by citrus for some reason.
Yes. But it all ties in. When you're actually looking at the space in its totality with the greenery from the mantle and those oranges coming into the dining room, it all feels very cohesive.
Exactly. And these are seasonal too. So again, I like to kind of shop with what is seasonal because it just feels authentic to me.
Right. And then when you're done with it, you can eat it. There you go.
Exactly. You know, it's not wasteful, which I really love. But you know, again, I love just to let the food shine and for the decor to be truly the accent. And then with the place settings, you know, you got to elevate it a little bit when you're hosting.
Definitely. You know, I definitely think a place setting, and I've seen some place settings that there's so many different designs to choose from. How do you figure out which one to get?
You know, think about like what your overall vibe is, and then kind of build off of that. So, you know, when we're eating dinner as a family, we're not whipping out the placemats. But when I have people come to my home, I like to get the placemats out. You know, use the cloth napkins. So these aren't paper, they're cloth. It kind of feels like a restaurant. It's just a little touch that is kind of noticeable.
And Leslie, she loves the decor. Thank you for tuning in, Leslie. But let's talk about these napkins. Now, about a year ago, I ordered some fancy napkins, and they're still in the box.
Well, open them when you get home. Now you have some inspiration.
I mean, I feel very inspired. I kind of feel like I've got a direction for my dining room for this holiday season.
Yes, yeah.
And then it looks like you have put some fancy...
We've got like a little napkin ring.
There you go. Put the ring on the napkin, not the finger.
Right,
there you go.
Exactly. Yeah, so we've got that there. And then again, just tie in with that dried orange slice, a rosemary, which we've used throughout the meal. And you know what else I love about these type of decor accents?
Do tell.
The smell.
It's
part of the whole experience. When you're sitting here,
amazing in here.
You just like get that, and it just really plays into the whole experience.
Definitely. And the best part about the rosemary, I wanted to point out, I have rosemary everywhere around my home, and you can, if you're wanting to add it to a dish, you can quickly just cut it. Also, they're a natural mosquito repellent, bug repellent. Google it. It works.
I learned something new tonight.
There you go.
Because we have, the mosquitoes are terrible.
I
I'm
mean,
going to plant a lot in my backyard.
Come visit us in Texas. I bet you we have you beat. So
Probably.
now, Lauren, can you tell us a little bit? Where's the desserts?
Do you think I would ever host a meal without having a dessert? Are you kidding me?
Tell me more.
All right, I got you covered.
All right,
I got
all
you
right.
covered.
We're coming over here.
If you want to grab this,
Gotcha.
this right here, this pie, and you just shimmy your way
Okay,
back over here.
I'm shimmying down.
So these are just two desserts that I really love. So first, well, we'll start with this because
Okay.
this is kind of like the colorful.
Yes, let's start with the
you
fruit.
know.
So-
You know me.
Same.
Right, but it's a custard tart topped with fresh fruit.
Gotcha.
It's really beautiful. It's kind of like a showstopper.
What is is it like a custard underneath?
It's a custard.
Okay,
yeah, it's
like a banana
silky-
custard?
Nope, just like a vanilla custard.
Gotcha.
Yep, with fruit on top and then a pastry crust.
It looks delicious.
Yes.
How long did this take you to prepare?
I can't believe you asked me that question because this is one of the things that I said, I don't have time to do this. So I went to the store and bought this.
Well-
and you know what? Sometimes it's worth it.
I gotta tell you, it's the presentation. To me, this looks like a homemade dish, and I
Yes.
think it's just how you've accented with the
you put
china.
it in your own, yes, you put it in your own dish. There's ways that you can really, jazz it up, and it's like semi-homemade.
Definitely, definitely.
So we've got this here.
And
which is
one thing
of my
we love about
favorites.
Lauren, and if you were tuning in earlier, she said earlier, work smarter, not harder. And
That's
so
right.
some of the things she actually pre-cooks, other things she might purchase from the store. And so it's all about how you put it together.
Exactly. It's about the experience. No one has to know, it doesn't matter if you home cook it or not. Everything,
Definitely.
And then we have a delicious apple pie here.
We do, but Kathleen already wants to try that tart. But I promise you, Kathleen, I'm going to beat you to it. So,
I know, I can't wait to dig in.
well, now, what is this here?
This is just a classic apple pie because you know what? Everyone loves apple pie. I love when it's warm. The filling kind of oozes out.
Definitely.
Oh, there's nothing better.
And my favorite on this dish is there's sugar on top.
There's your sugar.
There you
See?
go.
I know, and it's not, well, there is fruit inside, but, there's lots of sugar. It's like caramelized on top. I mean,
It looks delicious,
Right?
but where's the alamo?
I thought you might ask that because I know you so well at this point. I've got you covered.
Awesome.
I actually have a piece of pie for you.
Perfect.
I put together some ice cream. I'll dollop it up for you, and you can. I don't know if you like a little or a lot.
Oh, well, while you're putting
Whoops.
that together, this has me so excited for the holiday meals coming up. Let's check out some more holiday decor inspiration from our MI Home team from across the nation.
Eat up.
Hi everyone, I'm Lauren from MI's Detroit Division, and we are here in the gorgeous Washington Township. It's a perfect time of year, it's a perfect day, and autumn is so special in Washington Township with the yellow and orange and red trees. It truly is beautiful. And we are here in Autumn Park. And we chose to decorate Autumn Park with fall-inspired theme, especially because of the name. We chose to focus on the porch as one of our rooms that we chose to decorate. We chose different types of fall-inspired decor, and we decorated with different pillows on the chairs as well. And this gorgeous Hello Autumn and Hello Autumn mat that plays on, again, the community name. So we're really excited to show you the rest of what we have inside.
Hi everyone, my name is Tamara, and I'm here to show you guys the other room we decorated with fall-inspired decor pieces. So we decided to decorate the dining table that is placed here in the nook, and we thought to decorate the table because sitting around with your friends and family is such a special thing to do, especially when you're home for the holidays. So sitting around, talking, catching up, playing games here in the dining table in the nook is just a great way to get closer with your friends and family, to spend as much time as you can, because since everybody is spread out nowadays and it's hard to get everybody together. So we thought it would be very special to decorate the table. So we got some fall-inspired decor pieces, we got some leaves going, we got some candles, and we wanted to pick some orange and neutral tones, and because we thought that they went very well together. Lauren and I had a great time decorating the model here at Autumn Park, and we hope that this brings you some inspiration to decorate your homes for the holiday season.
Hi, welcome to our Greenwood community here in Solana, Texas. My name is Eva Munoz. I am one of the internet sales managers here in DFW. A great place to welcome your guests is starting with your front porch. It's a simple and easy way to add some seasonal spice and add decor to your home. A good way you could start is adding a nice welcome sign. It's also a great way where you can DIY and personalize it to your home. A wreath is an easy way to get some holiday decor onto your home. It's quick and easy, and you can swap it out throughout the seasons. We chose this one specifically because it matches with our brick color, and it's a great pop to our blue door. A doormat has a great multi-purpose use. Not only does it keep the dirt out, but it's a great way to welcome your guests in. Right here we did a stylish way of adding 2 layers, which adds depth and really welcomes your guests into your home. It wouldn't be fall without pumpkins out on your front porch. We actually found these in our local farmers market, and it's a great way to welcome your guests. We chose the different sizes and colors to add depth, and you could even add height to welcome your guests. We even added our own personalized My Homes pumpkin, so you could have fun with it with your kids as well. Thank you for taking a tour with us with our fall-inspired home. I can't wait to see what you guys do with your front porches. Now it's time to grab a cup of pumpkin spice latte and enjoy your new My Home. Welcome home and welcome to better.
Hi, I'm Jennifer here in Houston, and we want to welcome you home for the holidays and show you how you can decorate your new dining room table for the holidays. Our dining room is naturally just earth tone colors, and so we wanted to continue with that theme. We took our buffet table and added some greenery along with some little pine cone picks for some depth in the greenery. Remember to fluff your greenery when you get it. We also have a cupcake stand that we added ornaments, different texture, colors. Over here we've got just an everyday cake stand, and we added a lantern with a little flashing light in there. We continued on the theme and the colors with the gold reindeer, just to stay with that modern earth tone natural look. Our table could not be more gorgeous. We took our earth tone place settings that we have here, and we added just a white charger plate and then some ribbon around the napkins with a little touch on top of a present. We've got the thin Christmas tree over here in the corner, just the perfect little tree for this space. And we took some picks and were able to add some picks there along with the top to give it some little height up here, and just continued the ribbon that matches the table setting through the tree, and brought the outdoors in and added some snow with some little presents. On the table here, we have the greenery that matches the buffet table, and we continued the colors of the gold, the silver, and we added some height here at the table with the Christmas trees. We hope you have a happy holiday.
Hey everyone, it's Nicole in Cincinnati, and we want to show you how we decorated the mudroom in our Ainsley 2 model. Decorated it as it's Santa's mudroom.
Those were some wonderful ideas from our teams from across the country. Thank you to Dallas, Detroit, Cincinnati, and Houston. We appreciate you all and your extra effort in helping our homeowners with some new inspiration. Now, we just reviewed some amazing front porches that they did. The dining room spaces look incredible, and especially that mudroom. Now, one great way to say hello and goodbye to your guests happens right here in the entry or the foyer of your home, as some of us call it. So, how do we utilize this space, Lauren?
You know, the entryway or the foyer or foyer is really the bookend of your home. It's when people, the first thing they see when they come in, the last thing they see when they go out. So why not make it special when you're hosting, especially?
Definitely, absolutely.
So one of my favorite ways to make it special right off the bat when people come in is to hand them a cocktail.
You know, this is why we are friends, because when I
Right.
show up, we're going to hand each other cocktails. I'm going to have to sip some of this really quick.
Sip it. I know, it's so good. And this is one of my favorite just little holiday cocktails.
Oh, and I got a tree in my mouth.
I know.
Tell us.
Surprise.
What is in your cocktail?
So that's a little bit of cranberry juice, some orange liqueur, champagne, of course, for that little bubbly, and then garnished with some fresh cranberry and rosemary.
Definitely. It's delicious. I know I was supposed to wait for a cheers, but I had to drink it right now.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, you know, so it's just a great, like, warm welcome to enter your home, sets the vibe for the night. But you know, if you don't want to have alcohol, there's other options as well.
Oh,
so I'm going to hand this back to you and
sure.
just show one of my little favorite mugs of hot cocoa. I mean, how cozy for the holiday.
First
right?
off, I absolutely love whipped cream and the little fresh peppermint on top.
Yes.
It definitely makes it super cute. And I'm gonna grab right over here. You got a little
can't forget the marshmallow
action.
You can't forget
Who
the
does not
marshmallow.
love toasty marshmallow on some hot chocolate?
And you know what? If you wanted to make this more of an adult beverage, you could put some Kahlua in it, or you know, some Baileys.
See?
Just saying.
This is why you
I'm
and I
just
get
saying.
little Godiva.
Yes,
And-
a chocolate. How could I forget? Well, there's lots of chocolate in here.
Definitely.
You
Now,
could add some more.
But again, this is kind of our mocktail. This is a
Yes.
drink for the children that is non-alcoholic
Yes.
based, which she's saying is you
Exactly.
can just add it if you want a little festivities
Yeah.
with some more.
Right, right. So I'll put these back. And
definitely.
then, you know, one of the best things about to put together when guests are leaving is just little goodie bags.
The
you know?
cookies. I'm going to grab two
Right,
of these so you
grab
can kind
them.
of see the front and the back.
Yes.
There you go.
So I love putting together just little goodie bags. I love the clear cellophane wrap so people can actually see what they're about to dig into. I don't know about you, but when I can see something delicious, I'm digging in the car.
Oh, definitely. And Erica at home loves baking cookies with her kids. Those are definitely those special moments and memories people have for a lifetime. And so
Exactly.
definitely love this cookie mix. So kind of walk us through what's in here.
Yeah, there's just some peppermint bark. There's a couple different options. One of them is a chocolate chip cookie, actually 2 chocolate chip cookies with some icing in the middle. I mean, a cookie sandwich.
But the cutest thing are the little
The
gingerbread
little
men.
gingerbread. I know, aren't they adorable?
That one has
And so
his
seasonal.
face is a little cracked, but it's okay. They taste
You know,
the same.
And when I was putting the bags together, the 2 of them were like holding hands, like little twins, and I was like, gosh, this is cute.
Oh, definitely.
It's just a cute moment.
And Kelsey, I want to try these cookies with you. They definitely look delicious.
Yeah, so it's just a great touch for people to leave. It sets, again, a great tone, and that's the last thing people remember.
Definitely, and I think it really elevates the experience when people walk
Yes.
into your home. You're like, here you go, here's a drink. People
Right.
are stressed out, they're driving, they're
Yes.
working their lives, and so to invite them into your home, give them a drink, and then right before you leave, give them something that they can remember you from.
Absolutely.
Sounds great.
Yes.
Now, finally, I want to take a look at this beautiful table that you've decorated, and I've noticed, first thing is, again, pairing with the theme, you've got the greenery coming throughout.
Yes, I've got the greenery. I like that tie-in. It just feels simple. It elevates the space. It doesn't take away from what I'm doing on the table, which is really the cocktail, the cocktails, the goodie bag, the hot chocolate. It doesn't take away. It just
Right.
enhances.
Definitely.
So I like that tie-in.
And I noticed you've added beads on this one too.
Yeah, just you know how we talked about layering those textures? That's
Right.
a perfect example of how to do that. We've got the greenery, but then we've layered that wood element and a different shape too, which I like.
Definitely. Well, you know what, Lauren? I think it's time.
I've been waiting for this. I have been waiting for this.
So we would like to first thank you viewers at home for tuning in tonight. But we also want to thank our friend Lauren from Whole Living Lauren. Lauren, please let them know how can they take a look at you online.
Absolutely. You can visit my website, wholelivinglauren.com. You can find me on Facebook or Instagram at Whole Living Lauren. Please reach out. I'd love to hear from you. And I just really thank you for letting me be part of this. This was so much fun, as always.
Absolutely. There's nothing this lady can't do. She's so amazing. But if you're wanting to take a look at tonight's show all over again, because again, we were live tonight in Columbus, Ohio, go ahead and take a look at our links on Facebook or YouTube as well. And also, if you want some more tips and tricks from MI Homes, go ahead and follow us on Instagram and Facebook as well. Remember, folks, there's nothing more special than sharing your home with your friends and family. But if you want to take a look at one of our communities and share that experience and let us know, take a look at the link below and you can schedule your viewing today. Happy holidays to you and cheers to you and yours.
Cheers.
Make this year the year of the best gift ever, a brand new MI home for the holidays. Imagine room for big family meals, baking cookies in your new kitchen, or relaxing in front of the fire in your spacious living room. Not to mention room for all those decorations you've been collecting. With so many MI neighborhoods and homes to choose from, you can make this the best holiday season ever. Visit mihomes.com/unwrap to unwrap all the details.